Hey you guys, welcome to the Arielle Show. Hope you're having the most fabulous week of your life. I'm really excited about sharing with you today about this idea of whether loving ourselves is selfish, if it's narcissistic. And this was a viewer question that I got recently, someone asking just that, asking me to address it here on the Arielle Show, and I'm really happy. I've been looking forward to speaking about this with you guys because I'm sure there's a lot of people who have wondered this, who maybe are scared that like maybe this self-love thing is just about being self-obsessed, about putting ourselves first and ignoring everyone else who needs us, about just like not being compassionate. And of course, none of us want to live lives where we're just like completely self-absorbed. That is not the way I would advise at all. And so I just want to talk to you today the way I would talk to a friend if she came to me and was like, hey girl, I want to love myself more, but it just seems kind of selfish. Okay, so if you are worried that maybe loving yourself is selfish, let's start with the alternatives. The alternatives to loving yourself are totally disliking yourself, being super self-critical, bullying yourself, dare I say even hating yourself, and that could lead to self-harming, that could be suicidal thoughts, deep depression, a lot of anxiety, you're worried about what people think of you. That's one way to live. And let me just say, if living that way is somehow selfless, like that sounds awful. I would rather be selfish and have some happiness in my life than that, right? So then the other alternative is like somewhere in between, which I think is where most people think is probably the way to go, right? Where you're like, oh, I don't think too highly of myself. I'm average, you know, I do my best, but I don't have any delusions that I'm some amazing person. I'm just me. Okay, let me just say that self-love isn't just what you think of yourself. It's not just like, yeah, I'm doing all right. No. Self-love is putting compassion and appreciation and gratitude towards yourself. And so that means that you can accomplish amazing things, you can serve so many people, you can inspire the world, and you're doing it from a place of wholeness. And I want to present this idea to you, I want to offer this to you today, that if you don't feel love and gratitude for the person that you are not operating from a place of wholeness. There's something inconsistent inside of you. You're not living in authenticity if the human being that you are is not someone that you're happy to be, and it's not someone that you feel love towards. And so when we love ourselves, it's really, this is mind-blowing, it's paradoxical. Loving ourselves is a huge act of service. Self-love is volunteering, you guys. It is helping society, it is helping advance humanity, and here's why I know this. If you don't love yourself, what are you doing all day? You are not getting a lot done. You are not enjoying your life. You're not connecting with other people. You are actually kind of stuck inside your own head, aren't you? And so that's why I dare say that actually not being loving towards yourself, if you're hypercritical, that could actually be considered selfish of anything here. Because then you're self-absorbed. You're obsessing about what people are thinking about you. You're worried about that. It's keeping you small. You're obsessing about what you're thinking about you. If you're spending all this time having these negative thoughts towards yourself, that's like the most disempowering thing ever, isn't it? And guess what disempowered people don't do? Love people, serve people, help people, contribute to the world. So if you want to live the most selfless, badass, giant life possible and make your mark on this planet and impact as many people as you can with your life, guess what? You need to love yourself. That is not like an optional thing here. That is a requirement. Because when you love yourself, you can get out of the way. Then it's not about you anymore. I've talked about a lot of times the way that I don't feel anxiety on stage is because I don't make it about me. I know that I'm going to inspire the room that night. So many people are going to have their minds blown. They're gonna go home and be like journaling like I used to, coming home from concerts, being like, oh my God, this was so incredible. I have so many new ideas for my life. I'm feeling so jazzed up and lit up. And I, the person on stage, get to help be the conduit of all that awesomeness. And I'm not gonna be able to do that, am I? If I'm up there worrying about what everybody's thinking about me, if I'm up there worrying about how I look or how I sound, then I'm in my own head, and that's being selfish. So I get out of the way enough to serve my audience by just having full confidence that I got this. And that's because I've put in the time and I've done the work on myself. So the entire time leading up to that act of service, and you too, if there's something that you want to contribute, like if you want to serve humanity, if you want to help, if you want to be a non-selfish person, if you want to be a non-vain person, you make it about other people. You can't make it about other people if you are beating yourself up all the time and if you're self-obsessed with all your flaws. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy deep, amazing stuff. And once you get this, it really gives you so much freedom. You know, I used to think like every time I spent a little bit of money on myself that I was taking away from the money of all the starving kids in Africa. That was the mindset that I had. That mindset is so soul-sucking and disempowering, and it just made me feel bad all the time. And I felt embarrassed for when I did spend $5 on a latte or whatever. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so selfish. I'm such an awful person. There I go, beating myself up again, thinking about myself instead of how I can actually help the kids in Africa who genuinely need our help. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that desire to, and you should have that desire to live a big life. And if some of you're hearing that and you're like, I'm just going for average. No, 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 no. We have enough of average in the world. Don't just keep your head down and live your small little life and I'm just gonna do my thing. Baby, you know you have more to offer. Everybody has more to offer, and only a very few select of you will actually go get that giant life that you were born to live. And until you're living in that giant way, you're always gonna feel a little bit inauthentic. You're always gonna feel like you're missing out. And so, as humans a lot, we talk about, there's gotta be something more. What's missing in my life? What's missing is when we are not stepping into our potential and serving and helping and engaging, living our biggest life, inspiring the world. And we all do that in different ways, Some people are gonna be musicians, some people are going to be digging wells, some people are going to be teachers, some people are going to be artists, some people are going to be scientists. Maybe you'll find the cure for cancer. You're not gonna do that if you just think I'm gonna lead this quiet, unassuming, humble life. You can be humble and not think that you're better than anybody else, but still not think that you're worse than anybody else. And okay, I'm not better than anyone else, but I am the only me that there is, and I'm gonna make my life as giant and impactful and powerful as possible. And that's how you inspire people, from that place of confidence. So self-love, it's not vain. Self-hatred is vain. Or just the in-between of living I'm not better, I'm not worse, but I'm just average or whatever. Don't do that. You guys, oh my God, average is for average, okay? And you're not an average person. I know you feel the pulsing of something more in you, and you're never gonna be satisfied if you ignore that and try to play small. Can I get an amen? Oh, you guys, I wish I would have known this stuff a long time ago. It's not humble or spiritual or noble or honorable to lead a small and quiet life, or to hate yourself, or to downplay yourself, or to minimize your dreams or your passions. Go get your dream life. I think I've said all I can say on this topic. Please leave me a comment letting me know what you think about this, if this is something you struggle with. Like this episode, share it with a friend, make sure you're subscribed. And then I did want to close out the episode just by thanking everyone who has bought Turn Your Pain into Art. I'm gonna get the book real quick. Huge thanks to everyone who has bought Turn Your Pain into Art. Seeing the feedback and the love that I'm getting from this that I worked so hard on is just mind-blowing. This is me getting past myself to contribute something to the world. And if I would have had these thoughts of smallness and averageness, of course I would not have written a freaking book, because I would have thought no one would ever want to hear what I have to say, and then I wouldn't have been able to help everyone who I did help. I also wanted to say that I am currently having a goal to get 100 Amazon reviews. As of this filming, we have 69, and I'm so grateful. They are so awesome. I get so happy reading how this book is helping you. If you have read the book and you're enjoying it, please head over to Amazon, leave me a 5-star review. Whether you bought it from Amazon or not is not relevant. So I'd be very grateful. I hope we can get to 100. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye.